Can we afford to have another foreign policy novice in the White House?
No, we cannot afford to have a foreign policy novice. And I actually recognize that it is very important in foreign policy to have expertise. Doesn't mean that you know the president of every country and where they were born and when they made an alliance. But what real expertise, I believe, means is being able to assemble the people that you need who actually are experts, because wisdom, I think, is much more important than detailed knowledge about everything. Having said that, you know, I've spent a lot of time traveling the world. I've been to 57 different countries. And have learned an enormous amount about world history. I can probably tell you a lot more than you want to know about Islam and about the various factions and about Russia. And because those are areas that are threatening us, I'm learning a lot about China right now. But no matter how much I learn, I will never know as much as the experts. And I think what is much more important is to be able to sit down with people who really have a thorough understanding, hear what they have to say, integrate that with wisdom, ask God to give you more wisdom, listen to the American people, understand what is good for our nation, and to be able to integrate all that into a plan. You know, another quick story, there was one set of conjoined twins, and we were going to separate them at Hopkins, and I realized that we had a top-notch neurosurgery department in the world with tremendous vascular surgeons, skull-based surgeons, tissue surgeons, and so I formulated a plan where we slotted each team of neurosurgeons in when we got to the part of the operation that was their area of expertise. And, you know, not caring who got the credit, we were literally 10 hours ahead of schedule. And that's how you do things. You bring people in who really know what they're doing, you get them focused on the problem, and you're going to solve the problems much better than if you think you know everything.
What do you think is the number one issue facing the country right now?
There are three things that threaten to destroy us, and that's our divisiveness. A house divided against itself cannot stand. It is our fiscal irresponsibility that threatens to destroy the future quickly, and it is our failure to take a leadership role on the world stage, which allows the creation of many bad actors to fill that void. And for every day that goes by when we don't take a leadership role, it's going to cost us.
Carson sees ISIS in Iraq and Syria as a serious national security threat.
We have two choices. We can sit there and just kind of disregard them and say they're not that big and important. Or we can destroy them first using every mechanism available to us. We must take a leadership role on the world stage, because if we vacate that role, somebody else gets into that role. And right now, you have radical Islamic jihadists who want to destroy us and our way of life. And we have two choices. We can sit around and bomb the desert and act like, you know, that we're doing something while they continue to grow, metastasize, and threaten us, or we can destroy them first. I go for the second option, quite frankly. But all of these things will require courage. And we have to think about the people who preceded us, people who were willing to give their fortunes, who were willing to give their lives so that we could live in freedom. And now we must use our influence. Everybody has a sphere of influence. Talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your family members. Get them registered to vote. Help them to understand what the principles are. Because what we must recognize is that freedom is not free. You must fight for it every day. Thank you very much.